Hey, how's it going, guys? Second star right here with some more Raid Shadow Legends. And as you can see by the supernova type state of our portal, which is a really cool effect, by the way, I dig it. It is double summoning's chance this weekend, where you get double chance to get legendaries out of Sacred Shards. That is an always welcome event. I have a nice hefty stack of Sacreds today. And I think that I have a good chance. I'm feeling good about today. Feel good about getting something good. Although, oddly, I don't know that I'm going to open them all. I have 12, but I think I might just open 10. And that is due to the way the event is scaled here. And this is not a complaint by any means. I think this is great that they are actually running a summon rush and a training event at the same time as a boosted chance event, because it used to be back in the day they didn't do that. Like, I never thought they would realize the benefit to their player base at compounding their fortune with a summon rush and a training event. So we get points for opening shards and we get points for training the heroes that come out of them. It's a win-win for everybody as far as I'm concerned. The rewards are a bit lax. There's nothing really unique in here, no champions or anything. There are 2 legendary skill tomes though, which are hard to come by and pretty expensive. However, the second one is 8,000 points, and with 12 shards, I won't get there. But with 10, I can get to 5,000. So I might just go get the rank 5 chicken and then just stop there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that'd be the most pragmatic. I realize that pragmatism is not the most American trait, but I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm going to try to establish some good behavior. What do you think? I should do that? I feel like I should do that. I feel like it's incumbent upon me to be responsible. That said, I really want to open some shards. Okay, let's do this thing. All right, now I don't really have a wish list. I think Valkyrie. I could really dig a Valkyrie. What else do we have there? Krisk. Oh, I would love a Krisk. That'd be fantastic. But I don't really have, since I got Dracomorph and Longbeard, those are actually the 2 that I wanted the most, and I just happened to get them from my Ancient Shards during the last Ancient Shard pull event, double summons event. So I was pleased just with that. So this is just like bonus material for me. I'm just open to any suggestions. Let's see what we got here. Oh, sweet, a Mausoleum Mage. I always liked this guy. He reminded me of, what was it, Spirit Host, like a bad, like an anti-Spirit Host kind of guy. Yeah, he's cool. I like his decreased speed and increased crit and increased defense on all your allies, and removes all debuffs from all your allies, then heals by 10%. So it is. He's like a mean Spirit Host. He's kind of cool. I dig this. I dig this champion. I don't know where I'll prioritize him, but I'm super stoked. I really like Mausoleum Mage. Well, on paper, sometimes they play differently than you think they're going to, but he looks like a lot of fun. All right, what's next? Okay. All right, Juliana. I don't need to skill book her. This is my 3rd one. I'm thinking that this is food. Fantastic champion. I like Juliana a lot, but she is not serving my purposes at this time. But good on you, Juliana. You do good work. All right, who have we here? Oh, Mistress of Hymns. I like her name a lot. She does have it's a cool name. I like it. It sounds very, very solemn. Attacks an enemy, heals the ally with the lowest hit point by 15% of the damage inflicted. Okay. 15% continuous heal buff on 2 allies with the lowest hit points for 2 turns if the attack is critical. That seems a little bit unnecessarily specific. I think just a continuous heal on all allies, wouldn't that be better? Oh, but it's based on the attack instead of on her hit points. So that's an interesting twist. Okay. Hymn of Rebirth level 1 revives 2 random allies with 50% hit points and a veil when it's ascended. Well, she's okay. I'm not super stoked about Mistress of Hymns. If anyone if you can give me any insight into her use, if you use her regularly, I'd like to hear about how she does. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, please be. Yes, I wanted a Jerrig for a long time. That's fantastic, and it really it fixes my Lizardmen Faction Wars team right away, and I think I might be able to slide him into Clan Boss. Maybe we will see. I already have Skull Crusher in there, but I might find a way to include him. For those of you who aren't familiar with Jerrig, I imagine most people are, since he's really good. Has attacks an enemy with a 35% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack buff for 2 turns. You need your decreased attacks on there, and I have Tyrell and I have Skull Crusher, so it might be hard for me to integrate him, but I'm gonna see what I can do. 50% ally protection and a 60% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns, and that's a 4-turn cooldown, I guess. It would have been a little bit better if it was 3 turns, but that's okay. 15% continuous heal buff on an ally for 1 turn whenever an ally loses 20% of their max hit points in 1 hit. Okay, so he's just an ally. Its hit points in all battles by 33%, and his 3rd ascension for his aura. I don't know. I like Jerrig a lot. It's possible that I don't need him. It's possible, but definitely for Faction Wars, he's gonna make I'm stuck inside. This will help me a lot. All right, next up, what do we got? That's funny. I almost fused him last night because I had to do the Shiar part of it. I'm like, oh, well, I have all the other stuff too. Maybe I just fuse him. All I had to do was put in a couple ascensions, but I didn't. And now here's Relic Keeper. I might still do it, and I'll just use him as a skill book or maybe a skill up. I'm not sure, but he's a quality champion for mid game, and he's a lot of fun. I love extra attack champions a lot. When I'm bored, sometimes I'll just fill a team with, and I need some resources or whatever. I'll fill a team just with extra hit champions, just for fun, just to watch them go through the waves one after another. I don't know. It's very satisfying, so I do that. This is what I do for fun. Attacks an enemy, grants extra turn if the target's killed. That's awesome. 25% increased attack buff on the champion for 4 turns, and grants an extra turn. And when ascended, also puts on a 50% attack for 4 turns. And then his passive is when hit by an enemy, he places a 50% continuous heal on himself for 2 turns, and then that can go down to 3-turn cooldown. Relic Keeper's pretty cool. I like the design. Okay, let's go. Next up. Okay. Well, this is an adverse development for me. He's no good. He's no good. We needed him for Foley fusion, right? A long time ago. Yeah, that was his best use. The best use for Bushi was to feed him to fusion for Foley. All right, so we almost 6. Okay, well, let's go. Let's go. There we go. See, there it is. Wow. Don't you love it when some extreme excitement goes into extreme disappointment? I'm not gonna crap on Shamrock all that much, because he does have a 3-turn defensive cooldown that can actually help you a lot in Clan Boss. So he does have one use in this game, 1 use. And I'm not even sure that he can do it by himself. You have to have a certain type of supporting heroes to do it. I'll look up the strategy, but you can really extend your life in Clan Boss with which skill? This one, his Lucky Charms. Yeah, he's Shamrock. He's kind of a running joke among everyone. It's everyone. But again, look at me, completely speechless. I'm at a loss for words. I'm trying to put lipstick on this pig, and I'm having difficulty doing so. But it's okay. We're just gonna move on. All right. Oh, look at that, 2 in a row. Oh, hey, it's Molly. All right, I like Molly. She's great. And I didn't fuse her. I didn't have enough resources or time or energy or anything. So I'm pleased with this pull. I really like Molly a lot. Damage increases by 50% if the target's under HP burn debuff. And she places a provoke on all enemies for 1 turn, which is always nice. 50% placing provoke on 2 turns instead. And places a reflect damage for 2 turns. And revives an ally with 50% hit points and fills her turn meters by 50%. And a block damage. And then her fills the turn meters of all allies by 50% when this champion is hit. Fills the turn meters of all allies by 25% when the champion is hit by a boss. So, good stuff here for Molly. She's fun. I'm excited. Okay, what do we have here? 4 left. So I might actually only have 2 left. We'll see how the rest of the polls go. But I'm happy with what I have so far. I was very disappointed by Shamrock, but that's okay. Oh, jeez, Tashada. So I got 2 of the. I got Bushi and Tashada. That's grim. That's grim, guys. That's grim. Why are you playing this cruel joke on me? Okay. Attacks an enemy, places a 50% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns if the attack is critical. Okay, well, see, you've already attacked, right? So who cares about your increased attack on this champion for 2 turns if you've already attacked? That seems odd to me. Attacks 3 times at random. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a weakened buff for 2 turns. And damage based on defense and attack. Oh, so she's a defense champion. Okay. Okay, and you can strengthen up your weaken, I guess, if you ascend it. And then Spirit Appeasement in her A3 attacks 1 enemy, revives a random ally with 40% hit points if the attack kills the target. Okay. Alright, so... Okay, and then Faction Crips by 20%. Again, Tashada is... really oddly constructed. I'm not a huge fan, but that's okay. That's okay. We got it. Let's see if this next one is good. I will stop. If it is bad, I will keep going against my own better judgment. Oh my god. Okay. Wasn't I giving a whole speech about pragmatism at the beginning of this video? I'm pretty sure I was. I was like, hey, we should not waste our valuable, precious resources when we have events to do. I'm very disappointed in myself. For those of you who aren't familiar with Taurus, he attacks an enemy, heals by 20% of the damage inflicted if the target has a poison debuff. So you figure, oh, there must be poison incoming, and there is. And a weaken on his A2, 50% chance, so 25% weaken. Pretty straightforward. And then his A3 is just weird. Champion receives damage equal to 99% of their current hit points. Has an 8% chance of placing 5% poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns. And then when you ascend it, he receives the damage and he gets an unkillable for 2 turns. So I guess you have some time to recuperate. But I mean, why? Why is that even necessary? Why is it necessary for all that damage? I never understood that. I mean, I imagine that when Plarium is designing champions, they have a point pool, right? I mean, that's usually how this stuff works. When you're designing anything, you have like your commons, uncommons, rares, epics, legendaries, however the scale is that you have. You allocate points to each one so that you know that they're all kind of equivalent. And this just seems so weird because he's not that great and he has all these drawbacks. So I don't know. It just seems like a very unfortunate and poor design choice. And look at me not listening to my own device. This is so American of me. We're just going to operate everything that we do on a best case scenario. That we're going to recuperate with these next 2 shards. And Knight Errant, who is awesome, but I already have. Yeah, he's really good. Excellent damage. Really, really good. Attacks an enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a leech for 2 turns. It ignores 30% of the target's defense. That's pretty strong. This one's really strong. Attacks an enemy with a 60% chance of placing a stun for a turn. Resets the cooldowns on each of the champion's skills if the target's killed. And then his Death Warrant attacks an enemy, has a 60% chance of placing 15% weakened debuff for 2 turns, and damage is increased by 75% if the champion has full hit points. So you can see, and then you ascend it and he gets better weaken. But he's just very strong. Knight Errant. is a lot of fun to use, although single target damage isn't usually as effective overall as like an AoE based champion, but that's okay. Too bad I already have them. Okay, last one, guys. Drum roll. Let's do it. Come on. I have a good feeling. Good feeling. Okay, that good feeling is dissipated. Is dissipated in a very, very unpleasant manner. Guys, let's raise a glass. Let's raise a glass to what was my treasure trove of 12 sacred shards and the lack of bounty that they presented me. I hope that your polls are much better than mine, guys. Thank you. I'm not a big fan of doing shard opening videos, but I like to watch them. So I figure that if I do them, maybe other people like to watch them too. So if you did like it and want to ease my suffering a little bit, a like or a subscribe or whatever would help me feel better about this. So I hope that I have your sympathies, and it was fun regardless. I mean, even though everything was kind of crappy. Again, I guess I'm still paying for that really good Trichomorph Longbeard poll that I had a couple weeks ago. I'm still paying for it, man. I have gotten nothing good since. But we're good. We're good. I got Jerrig, so I can have my faction wars look a little bit better for my Lizardmen, and no, that's pretty much it. Well, I got Molly. Molly's awesome. And well, we'll see. Thank you. I appreciate your time, and I will see you again later on in the next video. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you later.